Hello everybody, this is Orange, and welcome to my Abyss, and welcome to my July 2023 manga haul. Like every month, what a month. We've actually got a lot of stuff here in the pile of collection today. It's a two-stacker, like always. You'll see all that later. And this month we've collected a lot of stuff, a lot of really good stuff. Again, much like usual, I pick up the stuff I like. We have, actually I believe over 40 volumes of manga, and then some comics at the end, because I like reading comics too. So let's get started at the top of the pile with Adam the Beginning, Volume 5. So just more Adam the Beginning, the prequel technically of Astro Boy, not really, kind of like does its own thing after a bit, or does its own thing to begin with. I love this one. Just the art is so good. I love the characters. I'm a big Tezuka fan, a huge one. If you can see him, probably can't. He might be blocked by a few things, but I got a little Astro Boy. Like, there he is. Found him. A little Astro Boy. I love Tezuka stuff, and it's very interesting to be a Tezuka fan right now. I had, recently learned that Udon Entertainment is releasing, Team Phoenix, and I have not heard, I know Team Phoenix. It's it's all the characters together on a superhero team. I did not know it was being published. I found that out, on Tumblr yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, really? But yep, very interesting time to be a Tezuka fan. A lot of people are putting their own interpretations and spins on his work, and I love that. I love seeing people do their own thing with what this man has created. It is wonderful. And this is also a fantastic volume too. It introduces Uran. You can see her there. She's my girl. I love her. I love a girl who likes violence. But yeah, very good volume, and I highly suggest it if you want just some chill robot times. And then below that, we have Requiem of the Rose King, volumes 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And that actually concludes Requiem of the Rose King. It's a 17 long volume series. I'm currently waiting for number 3 to be reprinted. It has not been. I wish companies were more transparent when they were planning on reprinting things. It would make my life a whole lot easier, so I wouldn't have to check the websites every day, because I need it in my hands. But this is a very good historical series, just packed full of drama, and just so much drama, and even more drama. It's just a good, fun, heart-pounding time. I love to see it. And then below that, this is a bit of a weird one, I guess. We have Zatch Bell Volume 6. So, you may not know this, but Zatch Bell is, literally one of my favorite, series of all time. Anime, manga, both. I love him. The problem is, Zatch Bell, first of all, never finished printing in America. And secondly, it is pretty much it is all out of print, all hard to find. Currently, there is a sequel series, running. So I'm hoping, much like Shaman King, it means that we'll get a Zatch Bell reprint eventually. That's all I need to be happy. All I need to be happy in this world is for Zatch Bell to get a new reprint, and that's all I need. But I just I wanted to display my love for this series until then. So I just picked up a less expensive volume. I think this one was around 10 or so bucks. A lot of them go for over 200, which I'm not doing. And I just wanted to pick this up so I could display it in my room because I love Zatch Bell. It's a really nice cover with our two fellas on it. And I just wanted to display because I love Zatch Bell. I wanted to show that love somehow. And I hope by me doing this, it'll will something into the universe that will tell companies that I want this series to be reprinted, and then to maybe print Zatch Bell too? For me? Read Zatch Bell, it's really good. Or watch it, they're both fantastic. And then below that we have Call of the Name of the Night, Volume 2, another fantastic volume. I cannot get over just how fantastic this series is. It's only 2 volumes out so far, and both of them have been 10 out of 10, perfect. I love them. I love them so much. The artwork is so pretty. I love the characters. It's just such a good time. I highly recommend it if you just want chill, fun times and things that I enjoy. You read this one. It is very good. I can't wait for the next one. This is my favorite thing I've been reading this year. It's been fantastic. I've been reading a lot of good things this year too, so that's saying something. Beautiful, beautiful. And then below that, we just have Peak. We have Peak this haul. We have The Summer Akaro Died, Volume 1. This is intense. It is a good, small town Japanese horror story where the boys love each other. They say that, oh, they're just friends. No, they're not. Have you read the series? But it's a fantastic, horror, spooky series. I actually read the first chapter of this, online a while ago. And I think when I heard the series is coming to print, I did that. And then I just stopped right there because I needed to like read this in my hands, and it is just so good. And I can't wait to see where it goes because like the horror is like masterfully done. Like the characters are so good. Like the drama, just, oh God, it's so relatable. Like what if your best friend dies and then they just come back and it's wrong and they're wrong. There's something wrong with them. Just a wonderful series. Please pick it up. It's so good. And then, oh, we got another second pile. Phantom Tales of the Night, Volumes 5. Going for that side now. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the one where he's eating pizza. 10. He's eating pizza on the cover. Weirdest cover I have. And 11. This is a wonderful, fantastic little horror series. It's a spooky store horror, which I hope also somehow wills Pet Shop of Horrors to be reprinted eventually. If I buy this, maybe that will happen. But this is also a fantastic series on its own. Just wonderful body horror in this one. And I like the characters and the cast, and it's just a very interesting time. And I believe there's only one more volume left in this series, and I don't know when that's coming out, but hopefully it'll come out soon because it is a very good, fun series. And I suggest like jumping on it if you like body horror as much as I do. And then below that we have Barbaritas. I probably mispronounced that. I'm sorry if I did. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is a historical BL, and I really liked it. I decided to pick it up because, I don't know, I wanted to. What are you gonna do? I wanted to pick it up. I like the designs of the two male leads. I like their dynamic. And I also think the political plot is very intriguing, and I like how their relationship progresses. It is a very good series, and I can't wait for the last volume, which I think is coming out like next year, which is a long wait. But it's very good, and I suggest if you want like a good short like political BL, it's very good. And then below that, where we have Soul Eater, Volume 11. I literally just got this in the mail today, and I needed to film it. But oh God, I love Soul Eater. I say this every time I get a volume of Soul Eater. I love Soul Eater so much. It is so good. God, I adore it. We have Sid on the cover here. Look at my man. He looks fantastic. But his legs are a bit stubby on the back. I love how weird the proportions in all these covers are. It is peak. But I love Soul Eater. I think with this one, because I actually haven't read this one yet. I just got it in the mail again today. I'm going to be reading it as soon as I finish this video. But yeah, we are on the new stuff. The stuff that wasn't adapted into the anime. I love the Soul Eater anime so much. And I'm also a person who's like upset that they never went like further. But I don't know. Maybe more Soul Eater anime would be good. The thing is, I wanted to keep the style of like the original anime because I think the original anime is like the peak style when it comes to stuff. It is so good looking. And like the manga looks really good too, but like the anime is godly with its aesthetic. I'm going to put this over here because I'm actually going to be reading that as soon as I finish filming this video. And speaking of reading it, as soon as I finish this video, I have Shoichi. This is another, of course, Junji Ito story collection. We gotta have them because I love me some Ito. And this is a compilation of stories featuring the Shoichi character. And I don't even know if you can see him. I think you can. He's like right at the edge, like next to my Bruto and like Jibanyan. But I have a little Shoichi acrylic standee, and I love the Shoichi character. He is a annoying, monstrous brat. He is evil and messed up, and I love him. Just a bratty little boy who's very much into dark magic. He is the worst, and I love him for it. He is just... he's my awful, awful son, and I will do anything for him. But yeah, very excited to read this. Finally to have my boy. So I'm very excited for this one, but I'm also very excited for the next Junji Ito release, which I believe will be Mimi's Tales of Terror, which is my favorite of like his longer running series. I am so excited for that one. I am so ready. I love Junji Ito so much. Alright, and then we are moving on to pile 2, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And we have Prince Freya, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And volume 9 is coming out next month, or I guess when you're watching this, probably this month, if you're watching it when I'm maybe uploading it. I don't know. It's coming out soon. And I decided to pick this up. It looked very interesting, and I wanted to read it, and it's a very good series. I like the characters. Oh boy, it is a very like fun series to follow. Just constant twists, constant turns. Just like a good old good old series. I recommend it if you like your action, if you like your knights and your fantasy, your European fantasies, and your and your shoujos and your action-oriented shoujos. It is a very fun, very like fast-paced, good series. I like it a lot. I like a lot of the characters too. A lot of the characters are like real standouts. Etta from like, oh, where is she? Oh, Etta, I love her so much. She's my favorite. I love a woman who is messed up. They're very good. And just like beautiful artwork too. It's a very good series, and I suggest it if you want like your fun action fix. It is a very good fun series, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. You know, sometimes it's good to collect fun things. Hard to believe it's fun when you do fun things. And below that we have, oh god, oh no, how do I say this? Dictorial Grimoire. This is, I believe it was originally released in 3 volumes, but they did an omnibus, and I just decided to pick up the omnibus. Because I do a thing where sometimes when it's late at night, I like scrolling through Mal, my anime list, and I just scroll through it. I pick up like random categories, and I just keep on scrolling until like I black out or something. And like this looked interesting, and I wanted to pick it up, and it's a very like fun, good series. I'm always upset for like the 3-volume long series because like, oh god, I wanted to like spend more time in this world. It's like a retelling, or like, what if the classic fairy tales were in real life and a little messed up? And I really like that. I like that. I wanted to see them like more of their takes on classic fairy tales. I do believe this author also had like an Alice in Wonderland gender swap series. I might want to check that out too, because I had a lot of fun with this one. I just wish it was longer so I could spend more time with the characters. The character designs, absolutely nuts. I love it so much. I love how ridiculous like half of these characters look. It is a good time. I had a very good time in that series, and sometimes that's all you need. And now we're moving on to the comics. Comic books. Technically comic books. And that is starting up with Fangs. Beautiful volume right here. It is, you really can't tell, but like this cover is actually a felt. Like a felt of fabric. It is a beautiful series. Sarah Anderson is the author. If you don't know, she does like those Sarah Scribbles comics that you see like posted everywhere. And I like a lot of her stuff, and I wanted to pick this up because it looked fun. It's a romance between a vampire and a werewolf, like told with like a quick like 3-panel comic things, and it is very cute, very good. I love their dynamic. It's just like a good fun time. I love a romance between 2 adults. It's just a good time. I had fun. I laughed a lot. I felt a lot. This was a really good one. I suggest picking it up. And then below that we have Devil's Candy. This is a Viz original. So, I mean, it's published with Viz, and technically it is, I don't know what I'm putting it under. I put it under here. Good time. I love it when monsters are teenagers. I love it when monsters are teenagers and they just do stuff. Love the artwork here. The story is very fun. This is just another fun series. This is just a let's have fun video. I like reading fun things. Read fun things with me. It's a good time. It's a fun, good time, and I suggest it. If you're also a fan of monster teenager stories like I am, raise your hand if like your brain was like permanently changed by watching Scary Godmother and like, oh no, and The Ghoul School at a very young, informative age. I watched both of those. Very young, informative. And then moving on to our last boy. An entire stack right here. We have Bone, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'm putting you guys on the carpet because there is no more room on my bed. I'll pick you up for visual. If you don't know, Bone is a classic comic series. I think if you're into comic books, you need to read Bone at least once. It is a usually described as a mix between Lord of the Rings and Looney Tunes, and you know what? That's very accurate. It is a very fun, good, actiony, like, character comedy-filled series. It is fantastic. And I originally actually had the all-in-one edition, which I think it's good enough. Like, it's easy, like, it's a good size where it's, like, easy to, like, read. But, like, I finally, like, I saw, like, all these, like, used at, like, a local comic shop for, like, a pretty inexpensive price. And the main problem with the, like, all-in-one edition is, like, the pages are kind of see-through, and, like, it's not in color. And I decided if I wanted to read Bone, I wanted to read it in color. The all-in-one edition is totally passable if you want to, like, stick to that one. But I wanted to get these guys, because they were cheap. And replace it. And it's just Bone, it's classic, it's good, it's wonderful. It's never getting that animated series. But stay positive. At least Nimona came out. I love Nimona. We're not talking about Nimona here. But it's Bone. It's good. I suggest it if, like, you're into comic books. Even if you're into manga. I always say comic book fans, read manga. Manga fans, read comic books. Like, branch out in either direction. Because both, like, read all of it. Because it all has good stuff in it. And Bone is very good, very fantastic. Just a a good fun time with good fun fantasy and good fun characters. I recommend it. And that is everything for this month. Thank you so much for watching my video. What manga did you pick up like this month? Which manga are you planning on picking up, or do you want to pick up anything that I have suggested? Tell me if you do, or tell me like your thoughts and feelings on the manga I have in this video below. Thank you very much for watching and have a lovely night.